Hi there. It's January 14th and time for day 14 of our Through the Bible in 1 Year. We're studying Job. And we're on chapter 38, 39. The Lord starts speaking today, so we've been waiting for this part. And I did some further study, like I often do. And I found out Elihu, or Elihu, or however you want to say it. I got the wrong idea about him. Okay. He was young, and he spent his time, he rebuked his three friends for being so hard on Job. And he also rebuked Job for being hard on himself when God is great. And I did find out that when the Lord speaks, he admonishes or rebukes his three friends, but never says a word about Elihu. So let's jump over there, now that we've got that straightened out. And let's read. It's just 2 chapters today. But this is the Lord speaking, so we want to pay attention to it, okay? After the whole thing. The Lord answers Job. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind and said, "Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Dress for action like a man. Gird up your loins. I will question you, and you make it known to me." Sounds kind of sarcastic, huh? Where were you when I laid the foundations of the earth? Tell me if you have understanding. Who determined its measurements? Surely you know. Or who stretched the line upon it? On what were its bases sunk? And who laid its cornerstone? When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. The sons of God are the angels, okay? Or who shut up the sea in the doors and when it burst out of the womb? When I made clouds its garment, and thick darkness its swaddling band, and prescribed limits for it, and set bars and doors, and said, "Thus far you shall come and no further, and here shall your proud waves be stayed." Have you commanded the morning since your days began, and caused the dawn to know its place, that it might take hold of the skirts of the earth, and the wicked to be shaken out of it? Is it changed like clay under the seal? And its features stand out like a garment? From the wicked their light is withheld, and their uplifted arm is broken. Have you entered into the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? God has walked on the bottom of the ocean, and we never have. Not even to this day. Have the gates of death been revealed to you, or have you seen the gates of deep darkness? Have you comprehended the expanse of the earth? Declare if you know all this. Now, this is sarcasm at its best. Love it. Where is the way to the dwelling of light, and where is the place of darkness? That you may take it to its territory, and that you may discern the paths to its home. You know, for you were born then, and the number of your days is great. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or have you seen the storehouses of the hail, which I have reserved for the time of trouble, for the day of the battle and war? That's what we're waiting for. What is the weighted place where the light is distributed, or where is the east wind is scattered up upon the earth? Who has cleft a channel for the territories of rain, and a way for the thunderbolt to bring rain and land where no man is, or on the desert, in which there is no man, to satisfy the waste and desolate land, and to make the ground sprout with grass? Has the rain a father, or who has begotten the drops of dew? For whose womb did the ice come forth? And who has given birth to the frost of heaven? The waters become hard like stone, and the face of deep is frozen. Can you bind the chains of Pleiades, or loose the cords of Orion? Can you lead forth the Meserath? What is that? The Meserath? Probably the name of a constellation. In their season? Or can you guide the bear with its children? Do you know the ordinances of the heavens? Can you establish their rule on earth? Can you lift up your voice to the clouds, that a flood of waters may cover you? Can you send forth lightnings, that they may go and say to you, "Here we are"? Who has put wisdom in the inward parts, or given understanding to the mind? Who can number the clouds by wisdom? Or who can tilt the water skins of the heavens, when the dust runs into a mass, and the clods stick fast together? Can you hunt the prey for the lion, or satisfy the appetite of the young lions, when they crouch in their dens, or lie in wait in their thicket? Who provides for the raven its prey when its young ones cry to God for help and wander about for lack of food? Wow. Do you know when the mountain's goats gives birth? Do you observe the calving of the does? Can you number the months that they fulfill? And do you know the name? Do you know the time when they give birth? When they crouch, bring forth their offspring, and are delivered of their young. The young ones become strong. They grow up in the open. They go out and do not return to them. Who has let the wild donkey go free? Who has loosed the bonds of the swift donkey? To whom I have given the arid plain for his home, and the salt land for his dwelling place. He scorns the tumult of the city. He hears not the shouts of the driver. He ranges the mountains as his pasture, and he searches after every green thing. Is the wild ox willing to serve you when he spent the night at your manger? Can you bind him in the furrow with ropes, or will he harrow the valleys after you? Plow the fields. Will you depend on him because his strength is great, and will you leave him to your labor? Do you have faith in him that he will return your grain and gather it to your threshing floor? The wings of the ostrich wave proudly, but they are the pinions and the plumage. But are they the pinions and plumage of love? What's that say? The meaning is uncertain there. For she leaves her eggs to the earth and lets them be warmed by the ground, forgetting that a foot may crush them, and that the wild beast may trample them. She deals cruelly with her young as if they were not hers. Though her labor be in vain, she has no fear, because God has made her forget wisdom and given her no share in understanding. When she rouses herself to flee, she laughs at the horse and his rider. Another thing uncertain. Do you give the horse his might? Do you clothe his neck with a mane? Do you make him leap like a locust? His majestic snorting is terrifying. He paws in the valley and exults in his strength. He goes out to meet the weapons. He laughs at fear and is not dismayed. He does not turn back from the sword. Upon him rattle the quiver, the flashing spear, and the javelin. With fierceness and rage he swallows the ground. He cannot stand still at the sound of the trumpet. When the trumpet sounds, he says, "Aha!" He smells the battle from afar, the thunder of the captains and the shouting. Is it by your understanding that the hawk soars and spreads his wings toward the earth? Is it at your command that the eagle mounts up and makes his nest on high? On the rock he dwells and makes his home, on the rocky crag and stronghold. From there he spies out the prey. His eyes behold it from far away. His young ones suck up blood, and where the slain are, there is he. Wow. So, that's God speaking. Not happy with these guys, is he? You know? That's amazing. That's amazing. And he'll continue. It's tomorrow, Monday, 40 through 42. I think that's the last of it, too. Yep. So we will finish this tomorrow, when the Lord is speaking to Job. You know, the Lord said to Job. Yep, that's tomorrow. Cool. So, there you go. That's Through the Bible in a Year, day 14. God is speaking. He doesn't sound happy with his Job's friends, does he? Or maybe even Job, for that matter. So, yeah, it's getting good. We will finish up Job tomorrow, and then I think it's back to Genesis after that. But yeah, we're doing good. I gotta admit, I've gotten more out of Job now than ever before. But I spent the whole of last year, studying the Word every single day, and documenting all my studies on YouTube and Rumble. So, and when you study the Word and you keep in the Word, you see things differently. And I'm learning that now. You know, you see things differently because you see how all the books tie together. You know, and you can see, oh, I heard this, and I heard Jesus talk about this, or I heard Solomon talk about this. You know, or Paul mentioned this. It's really interesting. And it's getting good. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm looking forward to finishing the whole Bible in a year. So, and keep up. Check out any of the other ones you may have missed so you won't miss any. Okay? So, till next time, be good. Love God. See you later.